Hey, good morning to you. Good news. Jesus is Lord. The devil is defeated. Thank God the word works. Doesn't matter who's in charge of the government because Jesus is Lord. And thank God I'm blessed. Somebody said to me yesterday, I got my stimulus in my stimulus check. I got it. It came in my account. And I said, well, I hadn't got mine yet, but Philippians 4:19 showed up in my account. We're blessed. Fighting the good fight of faith. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I want to go back to it today. Fighting the good fight of faith means being focused on what you're doing. See, a person that's in the army, and you and I are in the army of God, they've got to focus on getting the job done. Doesn't matter what's taking place back at home. Yesterday I talked about don't let yourself be distracted by all the stuff that's going on. So today I want to read to you out of the 14th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew, a story that shows you exactly what I'm talking about staying focused. Now, Jesus has told the disciples to go to the other side. And then while they're going to the other side, he walks to them on the water. And they cried out for fear because they didn't know what was going on. And I like to call this, walking on the Word. So when they saw him coming, they were afraid. And they said, Lord, if that be you, Peter said that, Lord, if that be you, bid me to come to you on the water. Now, verse 27, powerful verse. Got to get an understanding of this. Jesus said, be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. So he told them, be of good cheer and don't be afraid. Fighting the good fight of faith is not fearing what to do if we lose, because we ain't going to lose. Then Peter answered and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me to come to thee on the water. Now, verse 29. And Jesus said, come. So Peter's not walking on the water. Peter's walking on the Word. And it says, and when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. Now, I'm going to have to do this to you. Now, watch. And when he saw the winds boisterous, he was afraid, and he began to sink. Now, I got to do this. Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. Peter said, Lord, if that's really you out there, bid me come to thee on the water. Now, it may not have been the will of God for Peter to walk on the water, but Jesus is not going to lie. So he said, come, because he said, if it's I, be of good cheer. If it's I, be not afraid. Peter said, if it's really you, Lord, bid me come to the water. So what Jesus is going to do? Say, you better not come out here? You don't have faith for this? No, only thing he can do is say, it's I, so come on. So Peter gets out of the boat to go to the water. Now there's 11 others that's sitting in the water in the boat that could have done the same thing. Now here's where Peter made his mistake, and you've got to be careful not to make the same mistake. Peter got his eyes off of Jesus and on to something else over there. Now watch. Because when he saw the winds boisterous, you can't have your eyes on Jesus, the Word, and look at, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. You can't look to Jesus, the healer, who with his own self bore his sickness, my sicknesses, and carried my diseases, and look over there at the doctor's report. The doctor's report says no help, no cure, death is certain. They call that a negative report. Well, it's certain. There's nothing you can do about it. I can't consider Jesus and at the same time consider the reports. Can't be distracted. I used that word yesterday, and I want to use it again today. You can't be distracted by looking at what's going on. I never go check my bank account when there's something that I want, because my bank account may not be telling me the truth, whereas the Bible says, let God be true, and every man, bank account included, be a liar. So watch. You're walking in faith, and you may be the only one. Dear Lord, there was 12 of them in the boat. Peter gets out of the boat to walk on the Word. He's the only one walking on the Word. He's got his eyes on the Word, because Jesus in the beginning was the Word. He's looking right at Jesus. Everything's going fine. And then he considered, watch, he took his eyes off of the Word and consider, oh, that hurt. Well, you know, the doctor said that when I get worse, it's going, no. That over there doesn't have anything to do with that over there, the word. I believe y'all are getting this. If you're going to walk in faith, you're going to have to make the decision that faith is going to prevail, and you're not going to get your eyes off of the word and then put your eyes on the circumstances. You get your eyes on the circumstances and all the stuff that's around you, you're going to be a wet water walker. Peter, when he got his eyes off of the word, beginning to sink. I mean, he didn't go bloop right down instantly. He began to sink. Well, when you get your eyes off of the word, Jesus, then you're going to begin to sink. Well, the doctor said. Well, the lawyer said. Well, my old ex said. Or, well, you know, the kids is going to hell in a handbag. My kids aren't going to hell, period, because I believe the Bible says, train up a child when he's young, and when he's old, he won't depart from it. I'm not going to be moved off of that. Now, all of my kids, well, I think my youngest one's 39 and the oldest one's 51. I still use my faith every day for my children, and I'm not going to hear what the world says, even though the world's getting worse and worse. Hey, I got to go. Do not be distracted and let your eyes be pulled away from the word onto the circumstances. Don't look at them. Don't consider it. Don't hear it with your ears. Stick with it, because this stuff works, saints. Hey, be a wet water walker. At least he was walking on the word. The others were still sitting in the boat. Yeah, you may feel like you're out there all by yourself. Nobody understands where you are because you're in faith, and that's okay as long as you do it. Okay, until I'm with you tomorrow, saints, remember, Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works.